If you're struggling with self-restraint all the way from distractions to addiction, there's a trick that I've helped my clients use, that I've used even for myself, to help them build self-restraint massively, really fast. Hi, I'm Nick McLaughlin. I'm an executive function coach, giving you strategies to help you unlock unstoppable focus and follow through, becoming a leader of your life with great restraint. I'll just fixing it. It's crooked because it's a circle. Those don't get crooked. I need to press it! Having ADHD, it's really, really easy to get stuck in the flow of dopamine and not have any control over what you're doing. So when there's a distraction around, or when your motivation's low, or even if you do have some sort of addiction, and I'm not a doctor, so I'm not prescribing anything, but I've seen this work miracles. It's going to require a bit more than willpower in order to have some sort of self-restraint. This sign represents what we are told to do with distractions. And I have basically taken this marker here and X'd out the don't, which kind of raises some questions, right? This is the dopamine button. The dopamine button represents the distraction that you have going on around you right now. It doesn't have to do anything. It doesn't have to be special. You just know as soon as you push it, you have a flow of dopamine. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So you're probably thinking, excuse me, if I want control over not pushing this button, why did you cross out the don't? Well, because there's two strategies that you may not know can control you actually pushing this button. The first technique is actually called urge surfing. And that's essentially where you ride out the craving instead of giving into it, or instead of trying to fight it. Because something happens where when you want to resist the temptation of whatever this button releases for you, it makes you want it more and more. It just does, because you're constantly thinking about it. It's kind of like the saying, don't think of a pink elephant. Well, now all I'm thinking about is the elephant. So when I say don't think about that distraction, my mind is only thinking about the distraction, and it doesn't hear the negatives. It doesn't hear not. So all it hears is think of the red button. Think of your phone. Think of that distraction that's right around you right now, or the thing you want to go and do. So we want to ride out instead of fighting it. We want to take away the energy that has to do with the pushing back and forth with this button, where you're, I want to push it so bad, and make it more calming to be around. Ride it out. But now we don't want to just be around it. So we're going to implement the second technique. The second technique is the 10-minute rule. So we're specifically setting 10 minutes. And what we want to do with this combination is change your environment so you're not around this thing. So instead of saying, don't push that button, don't get on your phone, don't do that thing that's distracting, cross it out and say, cool, you know what? I will do that thing, but in 10 minutes. And then all you need to do is change your environment, go do something else. And here's the magical part. When you release the don't, now that energy of, oh, I want it so bad because I can't have it, is gone. Because you basically said, I'm going to give you permission to push the button, but just give it 10 minutes. Your brain starts thinking, okay, I can wait because now I know I'm getting it. I don't have to fight so hard to get it. I'm just going to be patient now. And I'm excited for it. But here's where you throw your brain off. You basically give it something else to focus on, and you change environments. You leave your phone in the room, for example, if the phone is a distraction, you put your phone in the desk, and then you go and say, okay, I'm gonna go take a walk. And you can even plan the next thing you're gonna do after that. So that 10 minutes never actually occurs. You never get to the point where you wanna push this. So urge surfing and the 10-minute rule. We change environments, give ourselves something else to do, focus, and it works like magic. Nothing works every time, but that has helped me personally work with my distractions. It helped so many of my clients. And it basically makes this button not as interesting. And the more you do this, the more you're training yourself to not be interested in this thing. It takes away. You're taking away the trigger of when I push this button, I feel good. And now you're establishing a new habit, a new trigger, where every time I see this button, I go do something else. And that dopamine is connected now to that next thing. So now your brain is saying, well, every time I'm around that button, every time I'm around that distraction, I don't get that thing I want anymore, so it doesn't really offer as much to me. And maybe one day you'll get some self-restraint like me. Now, this is just one of many tools I give my clients with their executive function support. If you want that, click in the description below, hop on a call with me, like and subscribe, and I'd love to hear in the comments below, genuinely, what is your red button distraction? Later, neighbors.